Citizens of the Reject Nation, we have finally made it to these next 3 episodes of Peacemaker that have been hyped for so freaking long. I cannot wait to discover what this has all been leading to this entire time. Let's do some quick catch-ups with each other. John, how you feeling?
I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling good. I'm excited for the unknown, and to share that with you guys.
It's good to embrace the unknown. Roxy, how are you feeling?
I've been really looking forward to this, and the fact that they kept it a secret from us makes me think that there's going to be something big, so I could use something big in my life right now. Okay. And I really meant it.
Bigly big.
I join you guys here on the excitement level.
Yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm good. That's all we need to know. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank our Royal Rejects who have joined us, even for those who joined us just for Peacemaker. Over there, you get the full-length reaction watch-along where you sync up with your own copy of Peacemaker Season 2. Of course, you can stream along with us on HBO Max. I think Chris would probably not feel like he needs to venture off to another dimension if he just did a little bit of therapy and got to really reflect and learn about himself. And maybe sometimes a therapy company can help offset some monetization issues too. What? What is this thing I have to deliver to you guys? All right, Reject Nation, time to put the real in real rejects. When people ask what we do on YouTube, I like to say we share our emotional connection to movies and shows through reactions and reviews. And I like to phrase it that way, not just because it's a catchy answer. I mean, it does sound kind of cool, but it's actually because what we really believe in here, something we really value. That thing we value being in touch with your feelings. That matters so much to us. And I think a big part of that foundation comes from the fact that many of us rejects here have spent many a year in therapy. And we completely understand that at times therapy cannot be the most cost effective. And that's why we do recommend today's sponsor, a sponsor who we have one person here who does go through them and another person here who started off with them, and that is BetterHelp. See, many of you guys might have already heard me talk about this before. I do come from a background of domestic violence. Becoming the adult that I am today did not happen by accident. I had to be very intentional about unlearning old patterns, actively reshaping how I show up in the world. I guess the most basic summation, since I'm just talking to you through this, any success that you see me as today in any fashion, if you see me at all like that, externally all started first internally through many years of chiseling away, i.e. therapy. BetterHelp makes getting started with therapy easier. Fill out a questionnaire and you get matched with a licensed therapist in as little as a few days. It's important to find the right fit. I had to go through a couple before I found the right fit for me. And what's awesome is if you don't find the right fit at first, you can switch anytime at no extra cost. I did not have such a privilege when I first started out on this journey. With over 7,000 reviews and over 4.3 ratings on Trustpilot, it's a platform you can trust. You can click the link in the description box or go to betterhelp.com/rejects to get 10% off your first month. Once again, that's betterhelp.com/rejects to get 10% off your first month. Bettering your mind and emotions just betters your overall state. Thank you so much, BetterHelp, for sponsoring this video.
I want to make a toast to my goofball son, Christopher.
It is a bunch of white people.
Goofball.
You've had some hard times. You came out the other side a better man.
Looks like a Beetleborg.
You realize that this gorgeous little lady here is about the best thing that ever happened to him. Here.
Yeah.
New friend of the channel, Robert Patrick.
Go watch my interview.
It's a good interview.
Yes, it is.
And your Will Forte.
Also excellent.
Thanks, guys.
Can we get a photo with all you guys?
Absolutely. Blue Dragon loves taking selfies.
Except he's terrible at it. If you want pictures of your forehead.
Oh my God.
What are they covered in?
Look, that's a horrible photo.
Can you put me in the picture?
Okay, all the background people are white.
Save
All
the day.
right, I'll take it.
Don't you mean all white? I'll take it.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right, you ready?
I was going to say, those are some very blonde, blue-eyed children.
Yeah.
Or, well, maybe not all blue eyes.
Yeah. But I get what you were saying. Oh, look at it melting. Oh, the morphing.
Yeah, this
It is
universe,
not what it seems.
It's not as great as it is.
I miss this song.
Yeah, guys, we watched this in like a big chunk, so we had a little bit of a breather.
So it really will be like a new season of TV.
Yeah, for us. And for all of the press.
Yeah, that's what James Gunn really meant.
You think James Gunn gets off on like watching him and her and John Cena? Like,
Dude, James Cook.
When you guys do things like that, I want to crawl into a hole.
yeah, we get it. You're an actress. I'm here to make those comments.
You do you.
Yeah.
Are you happy that Eagly is alive or not, Greg?
I'm very
Because you
happy.
tried to kill him off like 4 times in your mind.
I was just trying to make life easier for me. I'm happy he's alive.
Ignorance is Chris. It is. It has been.
It's giving Yoda.
Right, James Gunn wrote this one and directed
Ignorance.
I think he wrote and directed the last one.
Argus doesn't know Vigilante's secret identity, so if we connect from here, they won't find it.
Hey, just so you guys know, my mom can be a total biatch.
Oh my God, we're actually gonna see her.
Are you sure you want to do this? All you've talked about for months is getting your job back.
Then we better do it before I change my mind.
I'm surprised to hear her not want to go in after to save Chris.
Don, are you in?
No, I'm not in. I'm just incredibly susceptible to peer pressure.
So true about you.
Adrian!
Hi, Mom. We're going to my secret room. You're not allowed to follow.
The meatloaf.
Hi, Mrs. Chase. I'm Lee, Adrian's friend.
Oh, Adrian doesn't bring his friends around very often. Not since the D&D group broke up.
Oh my God.
Oh, no.
He was a DD player.
You're not allowed to follow. Don't you understand?
Oh, I'm sorry, Adrian. I'm
If
so
you're sorry, why are you still coming?
No, bring her.
Anyone else here have a mom with a fucking tick on your all the time?
Oh my God.
You must be John.
Jesus.
You're not that dorky.
I ship them.
This is hardcore,
Shut up, Mom.
Harcourt.
Hardcore.
That was for the fans that call her wrong.
and I am so sorry if Adrian hurt you.
Mom, shut up.
Excuse me?
I was just so excited that he had a girlfriend.
Mom, shut up.
Girlfriend.
Oh my God.
No.
I don't think that being too is any reason to break
Mom,
Mom.
would you please?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
This is embarrassing.
People have the be on their phones. They can't help but be slutty. To teach his partner about how
This is
making
so bad.
love can be a way to connect.
Oh, my.
She said yeah.
Stop!
I'm sorry. I guess these lovers' quarrels are none of my beeswax.
Obsessed.
Hey, you've had a lover's quarrel in your day.
Adrian, why'd you do that, bro?
I think she was confusing me with my other girlfriend.
Weird.
Also, sometimes I have to say stuff to hide that I'm out doing superhero stuff.
Yeah, like I'm...
Well, yeah, I have to base it on truth.
Whoa. Damn, dude.
That was so rude.
He's taking Chris's side.
Yeah. I'm happy to have more of him, though. You guys know I'm obsessed with him.
Oh my God.
Money and drugs?
Well, you know, if I bust up a drug ring or whatever, I just take everything and I put it here. Because if I give it to the cops, there's a good chance they're corrupt and they could steal it.
But that's what you did.
Just last week you told me you were broke and asked me to pay for your breakfast.
Well, I'm not gonna use this, man. No way. It's blood money. You crazy?
My man. He's got a sense of justice.
Yeah, take
Man,
it.
You don't want to
Take
deal
it.
with blood money, and that shit goes
Yeah. I'm right there with you guys.
Hey, what do you guys think the chances are we'll meet another me in there?
We should try to avoid shit like that just in case we cause a dimensional disturbance and explode or something.
Oh my God, he finally has a vigilante outfit.
How about this?
Oh, yeah.
That should work.
I what for beanies?
I break.
Just be careful. That's my Beanie Baby collection. I'm pretty sure the market is about to bounce back and they're gonna be worth a shitload.
Yeah, man, it's coming.
Princess Diana one.
I think you do this.
I think you do some shit with these.
I think you do. She's probably looking at a plate, too. She's like,
I love a MacGuffin that asks the actor to just mess around.
Make shit up. It's all Star Trek panels.
Yeah.
Oh, she nailed it? No,
the money!
No.
The money and the drugs!
Is this what it's supposed to do?
light up.
Whoa!
That's a lot of $1 bills.
Hey, you should collect the ones.
Oh, what the f***? I have fucking all over me.
Why can't you flush your drugs down the toilet like a normal person?
Because of the alligators in the sewer system, you
my
callous
God.
piece of shit.
Him and his
Really
animal
loves
facts.
animals.
Yeah.
Just the addiction epidemic facing the country. Is it bad enough? He also wants the alligators in the sewers to be junk.
An alligator.
What a response.
How could Chris not tell us about any of this?
He said it was like me being Methodist.
I remember that.
Hi.
Don't wave at it.
Why? I'm being friendly.
He's in the dance.
I've wanted to know more about him for so long.
Peace sign means you in England, and we speak the same language.
It means up yours, not you.
Well, I'll be sure and point out the nuances to the xenomorph over there.
How do we know where Chris went?
He said there was a lock on the door like the one back there and a rack of Peacemaker helmets. We just need to look for that.
Oh, you getting the blip?
Oh, they must be traced.
I'm watching him on Tulsa King right now, too. I'm so happy to have Frank Grillo all over my screens all the time.
Hey, Chief.
Yeah.
In addition to losing Peacemaker, Economos and Emilia Harcourt are both MIA.
We need to find Peacemaker. I don't think you understand how important this is to the United States.
Is it?
Don't do anything. Give me a second to think.
Not with you in here, dude.
You're kidding me, right? Alone, please.
Oh.
You took that as an invitation. Amazing.
Jessica, have the jet prepped to leave for St. Roche, Louisiana in a half hour. I want you to call the warden of Belle Reve prison. You tell him I'm coming to meet a prisoner.
Oh, calendar man.
He's going to Belle Reve.
Bloodsport?
I guess that rules out this being a figment of Chris's imagination.
Yeah.
Hey, John, can you hack this lock?
261011.
What?
That's Chris's dad's code. I'm guessing it's the same.
Yes, it is.
261011.
It's going to be my new phone password.
Hell yeah. Barely an inconvenience.
We got here so fast.
Might as well. We knew they
Yeah.
would.
It's very intuitive.
Throw
in
no
there.
struggle in. Let's just get it done.
He's got a whole episode lost in the construct.
No wonder Chris likes it here. Talk of the town.
Oh, no. I'm so worried for her, considering everybody's so white.
Don't you think I should go and see if there's another me somewhere?
Why would you do that?
Well, because maybe I'm best friends with Peacemaker here, too. That's probably a constant throughout the multiverse.
This whole thing is really wrong, Ads. Maybe just trust in the wisdom of the universe just a little bit. And put us in a completely different dimension.
Woof.
Play the part.
Sorry, I just took a shit in there.
Oh,
wow.
Rancid. So what's
Oh my
up?
God.
How's it going?
So unlike her in this universe.
Good. I thought you were with Chris.
I was, but, you know,
He said he was heading to Argus. I figured you two just would be together.
Perfect information.
no. He dropped me off here so that I could
Take the shit.
pick up this thing for him.
Why would he want you to get that?
Yeah, I mean, he said, you know, take this thing and put it on your desk. You shake it and then snow comes.
She didn't know what it was called.
Yeah, why was he so weird about it?
Her mother gave him that on her deathbed.
Oh, my God.
So just kind of surprised he's giving it to you.
Oh boy.
We
Oh, boy.
rarely hear about the mom.
I guess I should get going back to work.
I'm heading to Argus if you want to ride.
Perfect.
I'd love to.
Okay, sure. Why not?
Why? No.
Why?
Don't leave.
It's wild. I've never seen you wear black before.
No?
No, or pants.
Pants? What, I'm always in my underwear?
Oh, my God.
That was Chris's dead brother, Keith.
Oh no, are you f***ing kidding me?
No.
Yep.
Oh my
That's a
God.
perfect reaction. Oh, my God.
Nope, don't. Come on,
God,
man.
don't throw up, man.
Economos, come
Why
on.
is that making you throw up?
Yeah.
Fucking weird.
Being weird doesn't make normal people throw up. I've never even heard of that.
You watch Knives Out.
What I think we need to do is divide and conquer.
No.
I should go and find my other self.
Stop suggesting that.
Adrian, yesterday you were crying in my arms because Chris left us.
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
This is so messy.
It seems like now you don't even care about Chris. You just want to meet your other self.
Maybe we just stay here forever.
Oh no.
We are going back after we get Chris and now Harcourt.
Okay, well then I need to go find myself and question him.
No.
No, you don't need to, man.
Adrian, come on,
I'll be
man.
right back. I won't be long.
Oh, my
God.
God. You guys shouldn't be separating.
Oh, my
No,
God.
it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. John Cena's playing this piano as well.
I can't believe he learned that for the show,
That's insane.
according to Greg's interview
That you guys should watch.
with Robert Patrick.
I am on the lookout for other ethnicities.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
That's all my mind.
Well, I'm just so worried about ads.
Where are the brown people?
You like Halloween?
Halloween?
Greatest rock band ever. Halloween, I mean, they might have all the hits, but they didn't revolutionize rock and roll the way that Mick, Paul, George, and Ringo did.
Whoa, Mick Jagger's and the Beatles.
Ringo. Revolution.
Lead singer of the Beatles?
Damn.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I think Halloween is a real band.
I don't know.
I don't know them.
God, Chris is spot on about you. You spent all those years in books. You don't know the first thing about the most basic of pop culture trivia. Me and Chris, God, we need you to class this up.
Yep. Yeah, I spent my whole life in books.
Yeah, I think the theory is true.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's white. So either that's a really weird casting choice or it's relevant.
Well, and they're making a lot of emphasis on her looking at the people outside.
Keith wanted me to go down to Argus to fill out some paperwork on the kaiju fight. You want me to wait? You want me to meet you down there?
No worries. You go ahead. I'll meet you there. I've got some stuff to take care of here.
Which is what?
Some racist stuff. I can clean my robes and my pointy hat.
Like, you can't walk down the street like this here, man.
Whoa. Cartoon bush
Such
jump.
an aggressive bush jump.
Great body language. Props to the stunt performer who is often in the suit. He like is an action figure when he's on the bike.
And if it's not a racist utopia, James Gunn's got to do something about his future casting. Honestly, like, only white people.
Who's your casting director, Tim Burton?
Here. I'm sorry, miss. Eva detects an illicit substance. I'm going to need you to hold right there.
Oh my God.
God damn it.
All over her.
Dang, yes, right.
Adrian.
Hey, guys, I'm sure this has just been a misunderstanding here.
I'm going to need you to come with me, miss.
That's a really good-looking security guard.
Oh no, don't beat them up. Don't beat them up.
So sorry, Miss Harcourt.
Oh, don't take the snow globe.
You think it's ashes in the...
Don't worry, we'll get you out of this. I'll get this back to you.
Shove it up your ass.
Oh.
Right this way, miss.
It's a good thing this isn't Gen V.
Good point.
Oh, he knows. He knows.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Oh my gosh, my house looks almost exactly the same.
What's your mom like?
I hope she's a nightmare so that his actual mom he starts to love.
No.
Should we keep going?
Yeah. Should we keep guessing?
What if he has pet spiders?
He has all the animals he loves, though.
He knows only human facts in this world.
And they keep the door unlocked.
Yeah.
What is this? Did I make you just a snake, not a dragon?
How do you know you live here?
Yeah.
But there's supposed to be 3. Where there's...
Who's in the pictures? Is it you?
Oh, Christ.
Oh my God, what the fuck?
Cheerios.
Spell it just a little differently.
Cheerio.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
Wow, I'm keeping this shit.
Yeah. Souvenir.
Oh no.
Mom and Dad.
My dad's not gay here.
That was great. That was so funny. Why right fast? Why are they so numb?
Because they're in a loveless marriage.
Oh, yes. Good detection.
Yeah, maybe he's still closeted here. Maybe he is gay. He's just not out.
Being gay is not okay here.
Like skis are the same.
Are you kidding me?
One of them's got to be off.
Unbelievable.
I love how excited he is.
It's very similar.
Yeah, but what's in all this?
It's more organized.
Is he an actual criminal here?
Oh no.
What the?
Who are you? Why are you here?
I'm you from another dimension. My keys work to get in here.
Don't kill him.
Are you f***ing?
Oh, I love this for him.
I did it for us.
Yay.
Spider-Man.
So we're just supposed to wait here until I get back?
What else are we gonna do?
I'm so happy for him.
We should probably wait back in our world, don't you think? I mean, what if the white dragon shows up?
Dude, why did you even come?
Eagly. To be the blue dragon.
Eagly!
Oh.
Dude, what are you doing? Creating a mess? Oh, boy.
They don't realize what kind of bird they have on their hands.
Yeah, we gotta clean this up.
Oh, we're traveling between dimensions to clean up Eagly's bullshit?
Yeah, relax, bro.
That dude doesn't look.
That guy
Are we in our
is-
world right now?
is
We're in
like
our
a
world.
white guy, yeah. Because we're
We're
back at
back at
Belle
Belle
Reve.
Reve, yeah.
Belle Reve, yeah. Oh. Who is this? Who do we know got a limp?
That's what I was just thinking about, John. Oh my God!
Damn, that is big.
Of course, he was sent to Belle Reve at the end of.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty big.
I just didn't think he'd be in this.
General Flag, what an unexpected delight.
Yeah.
Last time I saw you, you were denying metahumans were a threat. And now it seems they're taking over the world. Justice Gang and Superman determining international politics. Meanwhile, I'm here in Belle Reve listening to a bear-sized man with dragon skin taking a glowing twinkle.
Let's go.
I did everything I could to eradicate the metahuman blight, and now I'm enshrouded in it for the next 265 years.
What if I can get you transferred to another prison?
Oh my God.
Twink?
One with no metahumans.
I see you need my help, and you're here to barter. So why don't you just start with your final offer and not waste either of our time?
Get him
you
out
won't be able
completely.
to outmaneuver me in negotiations, General.
This is how Lex gets out.
You heard of Peacemaker?
Meta?
No. This is a costume vigilante.
And who gives a shit? Being goofy is no threat.
But he's in possession of some kind of dimensional portal.
Oh, you would know about that.
He's able to move it around. Keeps popping in and out of the Meridol radar.
Oh my God, the pocket dimensions.
I need to find it.
Why?
Well, for one thing, I don't need another rift tearing apart half the city.
Oh, that hurts.
Oh.
I have another idea. One which could be beneficial for all of us.
What are you doing, Rick?
He's gonna send him to another.
So, if I had a scanner, say, that could pinpoint the location of that portal, that would be of use?
Yes, it would.
He's so compelling to watch.
What is the United States government willing to give me to stop this clown?
An opportunity for redemption.
Oh yeah, Man of
I'm
Tomorrow.
listening.
Oh, yes. This is going to segue right into Man of Tomorrow for him.
Hey, thanks. I appreciate you letting me in. I know it's not protocol, but...
Required viewing.
This
to
is
understand
required.
how.
Yeah.
How'd you even get here? What the fuck is going on?
What are you doing, Chris?
I told you. I wrote the letter.
That letter was bullshit.
It was heartfelt.
That shit.
Forgave you for double-crossing me.
I didn't double cross you, Chris. I saved your goddamn life.
What?
Copacetic.
A cyborg had a gun pointed at your head and was about to take you out. The only way that I could save you was to do what I did. And you should have fucking known that.
Yeah, man.
And you should have known that.
You should know that I would never, ever do something like that to you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And so that hurt my feelings.
Wow, I feel that pain.
Yeah.
Jeez, fuck, I said sorry. How many times do you want me to say it?
At
More
least
than
get
once.
me twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't have any drugs on you. I trust your blood isn't going to test positive.
Of course not.
Yes, I think so. Why were you covered in...
Because Vigilante's a moron and has Al Capone's vault in his basement.
Never been.
Never been.
A lot of Beanie Babies?
Not as many as kilos of...
Why are you here?
We're all here, Chris, to get you to come back. Me, Ads, Adrian, even Economos.
11th Street Kids.
Why don't you tell me how you feel?
What?
About what happened on the boat.
Oh my God.
That's all he wants.
It's always the boat.
You can't even talk about it.
Yeah.
And you never even told me about you and Rick Flag Jr.
Cool shot.
Ooh.
So what? You guys were a thing?
He was my friend, and he had a girlfriend, but I guess, yeah, we had a thing, as mortifying as that is to say.
Woof.
I didn't hide it, Chris. I made my disdain for you pretty apparent when we first met.
It was there.
That changed, of course.
Good night, you don't hate me.
I know you know I don't.
Oh.
But I'm in love with you, Emilia.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I figured.
Oh, she can't even look at him.
Do you have feelings about me or not?
So what? So you're gonna stay here if I don't and come home if I do?
Right.
You just
Pressure.
keep talking around it.
Chris, I'm a fucking nightmare!
I don't care.
I do, okay? I don't have access to my feelings like you do. What I do is I go and I get in bar fights.
I know.
Just so I can fucking feel something.
Right.
And I still love you.
Oh.
Are you coming back or not?
I can't.
Yes, you can.
Amelia, my dad.
Damn, this is such a good scene.
My brother. Like the other you. She's nice. She's not you, but I can't just run out on these people.
She's nice, but she's not you.
Bullshit.
Yeah, man.
Her close-up being the same as the wide and the emotion, she had to do that 50 times.
Yeah,
Great
no,
job. Excellent work by both of them, but she's so impressive here.
Did he give you what you need?
He did.
And in return?
We're going to transfer him to Van Call.
And?
Not much else.
Van Call.
Other than now, we're partners with Lex Luthor.
What's the best Pokemon? Infiltrate. Yes! What's the best thing to press your face against? Shag carpeting. Yes! But what's the worst thing to softly touch you?
Human skin, yes.
Oh my.
What's the coolest thing about a platypus? Poison spike on the back of his ankle. Are you able to pee if something's touching your butt? No way, and I look down upon people who can't. Is your best friend Peacemaker? Peacemaker? Yes. Fuck that guy. I've dedicated my entire life to tearing down everything he stands for. You're friends with Peacemaker?
Oh shit.
He's my BFF. We're two peas in a pod. Peacemaker, Christopher Smith. Yeah. He's my arch enemy. He is the reason I joined the Sons of Liberty in the first place.
Sons of Liberty.
Sons of Liberty, you were good.
You wanna go for a walk?
No way.
Just around the block, John. Clear our heads.
Don't walk around the block. Don't go out of the house, babe.
Yeah, they were building this up.
Yeah.
Fine. Suit yourself.
Oh, no.
I'm curious to go back and revisit what the American Sons of Liberty were about and see how they're
that's
using.
not trash.
I know DC has that too, but there's got to be
Oh,
intermingling.
no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh,
There it
God.
is.
Yeah,
There
here
it
it
is.
is.
There it is. Yep. And it's
shit.
that one shot. It's all confirmed.
Shouts out to Nando. Oh, John.
Please go chase after her. Oh.
Whoa.
Oh.
Good thing they cleaned up Eagly's mess.
Oh, shit. He's looking at birds.
Ooh, it's getting messy.
Miss Harcourt? Miss Harcourt.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, the music building.
Is it all going to be about Adebayo?
You don't notice anything weird here?
No, like what?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It took us way too long to realize that everybody was white, though, so.
Oh, shit. What's he going to do? What's he going to do?
Oh, shit.
I haven't seen a single person of color ever since I've been here.
They got it, damn.
He said, no way.
Eagle-eyed viewers.
What? Oh, my God.
Whoa.
Oh, my God.
We're doing
What was the
this.
first thing he yelled before? A black?
Yeah.
What did he say before that?
Is it a Confederate flag? Oh, my God.
Whoa.
What the
Oh, my God, dude.
Oh, it's it.
A
Oh,
Nazi flag. Oh, shit.
Oh,
That's even worse.
This is your perfect world, huh?
I was gonna say they were all so Aryan with
Yeah.
but
Fun wide angle lens. Oh, no. Damn.
oh my God.
Who the are you? I'm John Economos. I'm from another dimension. I'm here to get our friend Peacemaker, who's your son. He's not really your son. I guess he killed your son. Fuck, I am saying
Oh my
way
God.
too much.
Why did he say all that?
Oh, damn.
Arrest that woman. That isn't me.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow. We're just
Oh,
right
no.
to it.
All right.
Wow.
All right, I'm gonna make you guys guess. What is our extra scene?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about
Is
that.
it a Nicholas Hoult thing?
That
Yeah.
would be a cool one.
I think that's what they should lead on. What if it's an actual post-credit scene
Could be.
and not just a joke?
Damn.
I guess if it's not an actual scene and it's not Lex Luthor, I would say either it's Adrian and Adrian or Adrian and Mom. Or maybe Harcourt and Keith in the car with the music. I don't know.
I think it's all the funny moments in the scene with Harcourt and John Cena and that
Yeah.
interrogation room.
It's just even more dramatic ad-libbing.
I like in the comments people say they're playing along at home guessing when I make you guys guess.
Yeah, it's fun.
What if there isn't one?
That's what our mother gave him on her deathbed.
Yeah, she was a lovely lady. Yeah, she was really nice to me.
You didn't meet her.
We had a great connection, she and I.
She passed away when he was 2.
Right. Yeah, we talk to her sometimes.
In the afterlife?
Yes, she's a ghost.
Okay.
She
She'll fit in here.
haunts.
An improv scene, perhaps.
Haunts. As ghosts are known
All
to
right.
do.
Damn, we got things to talk about. Well, Justice Gang, we have just watched Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 6. Prepper. Yeah. YouTube demonetized for the stupidest reasons now. Any little thing warrants a yellow dollar bill, so best of luck there. I appreciate everything you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been a lot of hypes around this. Some theories most certainly confirmed. An unexpected cameo. There's so much that went on. I'm going to kick it off with, let's go with Roxy first. Roxy, how do you feel that this is the utopia you've been waiting for your whole life? As a Jewish woman, this must be bliss for you.
Yeah, I love the swastika.
I love the swastika.
As someone who I believe currently, I am wearing that necklace. Yeah, I think I do very well here. Yeah, I think that, Greg, you were the first person to clock that there was something seriously wrong here. Like that the dad has always been a racist, and so no matter where he is, very likely that was the scenario. And I remember when you said it, me being like, but this place seems so beautiful. And so I am, in fact, part of the problem. And then as we got to shoot a lot of these in advance, I started looking at the comments, and all the comments being like, when are these three going to pick up on the fact that it's all white people? And then I was like, oh, why didn't I notice that? So I further am part of the problem. But at least after it was pointed out, I was like, in this episode, they did a very clear job of showing. It's just like when we were at the park and situations in previous episodes, I just wasn't on the lookout for it. You're just working in the foreground. So I think they did a really great job with that, of like planting the seeds and then having it actually come to fruition and building up where we're leaving ads inside. And it's like the amount of stress I felt when she was like, I'm going to go out for a walk by myself. And we all know at that point, like, uh-oh. I mean, there's no world in which it's not going to be an uh-oh. So I thought that was great. I thought that the cameo was excellent. Even none of the three of us predicted that, even after they said, I'm headed to Belle Reve.
Yeah.
Because it's such a huge cameo. It just wasn't on my mind that you could possibly be seeing Lex, or that would be how Lex actually gets out. So that was amazing. And then, of course, the Harcourt stuff was... Harcourt is like, this is her best performance. This is Jennifer's most intense and incredible performance yet. And that's really saying something. So across the board, I just felt really good about this episode.
Yeah, I could feel your enthusiasm. I love to hear it. John Humphrey. Vigilante, man.
Yes.
He's finally got his doppelganger.
Yes.
With one little rift. See what I did?
Hey.
Oh, you're gonna let it sit there.
If you guys would just
applause?
be quiet for
okay,
5 seconds. It's not happening. John, Vigilante, take it away.
I'm excited.
Why do you want us quiet to insert footage there?
For a season that hasn't had quite as much Vigilante up till now, or, for a season where I know we've talked about the ensemble feeling a little sidelined by comparison to certain other people. Like, it was fun to get an episode that was so Adrian-centric. Loved the stuff with his mom, but also I think that the initially bad sounding idea of like him going to find himself, like that made for great comedy. And then obviously that gut punch at the end of like, I hate everything about Peacemaker. I'm actively fighting against his ideology. I think that'll lead to it being actually a good idea that he went and found himself. And if, again, I don't expect in this version of the story, James Gunn is like a wild enough imagination that you could imagine any number of things happening, but I guess that to me creates an inroad to having him be a crucial part in at least getting Chris back to the right timeline and getting us out of here. So, it was fun to have the fun, and it's also neat that maybe he'll come in handy for reals as this adventure unfolds.
Yeah.
Greg, how did you feel?
How did I feel?
Yeah.
I felt...
Talk about Frank Grillo's hair.
Frank Grillo has this. It's way too nice for a guy in
it is
a
really
military
nice.
Who
position.
doesn't give a shit, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mister, I don't give a shit about anything. Spends all day in the fucking mirror. I gotta look good for the office today.
Yeah.
I thought that this was a nice surprise. I mean, on the Vigilante, weirdly, the thing that stood, like, people will mainly be talking about its ending moments, as much as I want to say it's predictable because a lot of people predicted it. But
not us.
But we were not really there. It was the only thing I caught on to was that they're called Sons of Liberty and we're in a multiverse. So I'm like, they must actually be that thing where this is a resistance that is probably for something good.
No, you definitely, you caught on more.
Yeah, and then Peacemaker just messes them all up. I love how that recontextualizes that entire episode all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Although what they were doing was still dangerous.
The manner in which they were going about how they went about it is dangerous. And I like the reveal with Vigilante. I thought it was going to be he's actually like another racist guy, you know. So I appreciated that he's actually on the forefront and the complete opposite. Like, oh, that would be the total opposite to being a best friend. He would consider him his enemy. But knowing Peacemaker, he probably doesn't even think twice about Vigilante. Right?
Yeah,
you know, even exactly. In this universe, he probably fancies himself to be his great rival, but maybe he's
like, who?
yeah, one of those situations. But yeah, I mean, I like that makes so much more sense to me now. Okay, this is not a plug, but it is a plug. Go watch it. The Robert Patrick interview. I did ask him about how this is a different guy, and did he do like a completely different type of back? And his answer to my really detailed question surprised me because he was like, "No, he's the same guy." I was like, "Really?" Because he doesn't come across like this vile human being. You know? So I was so surprised by how he answered that. But this is just the same character, but on top. This is the character who had his vision fulfilled, everything that he stands for. And I'm excited to see the roads that it opens up more than anything else. To me, honestly, though, I really feel like Jennifer Holland was a standout.
Yeah.
Amongst this whole episode, I there's a bunch of reveals, and you got a crazy big cameo. Like that's really cool that because of when Peacemaker season 2 is made, that he's able to shepherd like Peacemaker, make it so much more freaking significant. Or you can have Lex Luthor being here. That's also in Van Cole, I think, is the prison. I don't know that.
We said,
it's not one of the huge ones. You know, the huge ones.
It was Van something. What?
It's definitely in the comics.
Okay.
But I don't know. It's got to be in the comics. But I don't think it's like a significant prison in that same sense.
It's not Arkham or Belle Reve.
Yeah. No, it's not.
You know what I think is so great is the fact that like you watching this, we're like, but everybody in this universe is so nice. And I think that parallels our universe a lot, where oftentimes if somebody claims somebody did something racist, people will be like, but that person was so nice. And it's like, those two things actually aren't necessarily mutually exclusive. Like somebody who's racist might be nice to one person and might be racist towards somebody else. And so I think it's really interesting that we've been watching his brother be so kind to him, kind to his girlfriend, kind to his dad, and look like such a hero. And then he spots ads and literally leaps out of his car and says, "There's a black." Like,
oh
and
my
it's
God.
like, oh my God. Is your guys' understanding, and obviously we don't know for sure, but that Germany won the war and then they moved to the United States and took over, and that's why there's the Nazi flag? Or do you think
I think it's more of a neo-Nazi thing.
You think it's a neo-Nazi thing? So you don't think this goes back to the 40s and that's when things changed?
No.
Okay.
I think it is like the modern Nazis who had to revolt and win.
But then what's your understanding of where every person of color is?
That's a great question. Ooh.
I mean,
I don't know. They're probably in concentration camps somewhere.
I mean, yeah, it seems like it could work in either way. You could imagine that.
You took this in a really dark.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
You could imagine.
Let's just talk about Lex Luthor.
You can imagine that we lost World War II and that the Nazis just won and did their thing, and now it's a white world. Or I think you could imagine that this is a more recent movement that has, since very effectively carted off anybody deemed undesirable to some place other than here.
Yeah, because there's too much actual mirroring between our world and then. It does make me bring some things into question, though, so some of these characters have just completely different values, right? Like this Harcourt, it has to be a totally different person morally, right?
Well, that's why I'm wondering if this has been around since prior to her being born, because this might be all she's ever known. I don't know.
That's how she like this side Harcourt strikes me, because she's so much more like a
ignorant
younger girl. She's like a girl,
immature.
Yeah, and very much of the posture that like the ideal lady is in this
doesn't wear pants
framework.
I think what is the trio called of the family in this universe?
Oh,
whatever the hell they're called. I think they're so famous and popular because they're probably the faces of the revolution that have led to them taking over. And I think thematic and plot wise, it would be more powerful storytelling, especially tying in from season 1 of a man who was constantly trying to escape the shadow of his father in so many different versions of that, now living in the ultimate shadow of his father. And I think he is like I think they are deemed like the poster boys for this because they are part of how they were able to whitewash the entire world.
If that's
or
the
America.
case, then all the people that we saw on the street, every one of them that was running after ads, is all of the mindset like this is new and we need to keep our streets safe from anybody of color.
Yeah.
That will be crazy for us to deal with the rest of the season. I mean, honestly, I know you made a joke, Greg, that I've made this dark, but like they've kind of introduced,
It's a dark world.
They've kind of introduced something that they're going to have to address.
It's a super dark subject.
We're going to have to address like some of these questions because what do you mean? Like either they catch up to ads and she gets put somewhere or removed, or they don't catch up to her and we then get a further understanding of what would have happened. So yeah, that's crazy. This is such a different. The next 3 episodes are going to be so different than the previous 5.
But it could be a concentration camp with irreverent James Gunn humor.
A lot of banter. A lot of people like, no, you can't lock the cell door that way. You can't lock it while I'm trying to open it. You got to use the door handle. Use the key again. No, some shit like that.
There's stuff they can do. They can make it funny.
Because the people that, to me, the actor choice, and I guess this could be wrong, but everybody looking at her seemed genuine, like it was like seeing something they had never seen before.
Or they hadn't seen in decades. Or
Right,
something like that,
It didn't seem like
they're supposed to be here.
Right, right. Oh my god. I can't believe that so many big things happened. Like that was huge. The Nicholas Hoult reveal was huge and is going to be relevant for all of the DCU.
How did you enjoy allowing him to be an R-rated version and immerse himself in the dialogue of the Peacemaker world?
I felt like he was very natural in this. I think that he just, it also where he's at in his life is more of an R-rated place. Like he was coming from being at the top where it's easier to be more of a suit and more put together. And now he's been in with all the metas in this horrific prison and was, I think, a little rougher around the edges, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Did you guys like him in this? I feel like I was getting mixed vibes from you guys because you said that the cameo wasn't as big of a deal to you as Harcourt.
Oh no, I didn't mean it like as a slight. I was saying the thing that like impacted me as a standout was Jennifer Holland.
That makes sense, but it wasn't like because you didn't like the Nicholas Hoult. It was just such a big moment.
Yeah, I can understand how the way I phrased that might have made it sound that way, but no,
I get what you're saying.
It was
because her work is so strong.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I think that's the one. I think we all went in like, okay, what's this big reveal going to be? What's the there's got to be some cameos or some shit. And the thing that surprised me was, fuck, Jennifer Holland's like stealing the show. Like, who would have thought that would be the main thing that is having the most impact? And
totally,
I really champion for her work in this series because, that level of vulnerability that she brings and the art of having to. I think some actors might go for the tears, but it's a lot of the art is like is when you're in a situation like that, you're fighting the tears. And I think that's what she really brought to that moment there, and I could that connection that John Cena makes with her as Chris is. I really felt the connection in that moment, like I just felt like it's a scene to me. I think that's why there's a lot of great moments in this episode and big surprises, but that was like a real acting scene, that's the kind of emotional shit that stands out to me where you got 2 performers who are really feeding each other at that moment and truly listening and reacting to one another. And you pointed out the multiple takes in most because you got the wides and then you got the singles on her and she's got a match for continuity and it's really hard to do emotional wise as well.
I was staring at her eyes it was the exact shot for shot. I mean, it's so impressive. I had an acting teacher once tell me good acting is when you are showing your emotions. Great acting is when you're hiding them.
Yeah.
And she clearly understood the assignment as she's saying to him, I don't know how to feel like you feel.
Yeah.
And you can see like there's no tears rolling down her face.
Yeah.
They're stuck. They're welding up in her eyes, but she won't let them go down her face because she still can walk away from this saying she didn't cry. She just had watery eyes. Like it just, I thought that was so, God, that's such an unbelievable skill to have that most people can't do. She just crushed that.
Yeah. When he's pleading for connection, when she's sitting, she's not even looking at him when he's like, I love you. And the way she's like, just, being kind of like flippant or dismissive about it. But there's so many, it was so multi-layered. And I guess I've been on the defense for this particular individual because she gets often slighted because of her relationship with James Gunn. But I'm like, how do you watch something like that and think that it's only because they're together? Like, she's fucking amazing. She's really incredible. And it wasn't that exact. It wasn't the example that she wasn't doing that thing that your teacher was saying of the former of like, look at me being so dramatic and how good of an actor I am, And so I think that's like my favorite scene of the whole thing and the real heart behind it. But yeah, like Lex is cool, and it does open up a lot of doors though for some crazy shit. How do you feel about Rick Flag Sr.? Or Lex, talk whatever you want, John. I don't give a shit.
I mean, yeah, Rick is. I'm curious to that the revelation with him in the last one, or just that sort of reveal of like he's more in control than it seems, and he's a little less motivated by revenge than it seems, is cool. As it gets me more interested in him than I have been up till this point. Fun moment with him and Tim Meadows, who delivers bad news like nobody else.
But kind of wild that they paid him for this episode. Like Tim Meadows literally came in to sit down.
Come in for an hour. But yeah, I mean, and I can only imagine that Rick is going to make it to the other side and have an interesting reckoning of his own. Just
my son's a racist.
Yeah, my son's a sad sack racist. and yeah, this guy I hate like works with him and bosses him around.
They have the mutant. No, I can hold my thoughts. Sorry, John. You seem like you're on a roll there.
No. I mean, it'll be interesting to see him burst into that. I'm more interested now than I was, and I like that scene a lot with him and Lex. I thought that was great. Just character fun, especially for Nicholas Hoult, who getting to be a little more hardline here is great. And to your point about the scene, I thought immediately about that thing about. Sometimes more affecting watching someone try not to cry than to actually cry. And the thing is, that's like the only scene with John Cena. And yet like that scene itself was strong enough that it felt like he was here for the episode. When he was just the supporting actor in that scene. He's a part of that scene, but it's her scene.
Yeah.
And he's just there for it, giving. And, it was really striking. Yeah, beautiful centerpiece of everything.
Yeah.
Because it made him feel way more present. And then I went, oh, wait. And we've been with the crew, the 11th Street Kids the rest of the time,
Yeah, he was in the prologue with the family at the beginning, but that wasn't really even his scene.
Yeah.
So I understand what you're saying. Those are all really good points. And what I was...
When he was lying in bed with Emilia, too.
Fair enough.
But I'm just...
It's like
I'm
the
having
one time he's like really
remember,
talking.
like they're looking at each other and all dreamy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're 100% right though, John. If you had just asked me how much of this episode was he in, I would have been like, all of it, and then like, no.
Yeah.
But I want to get stuck on the technicality of how you were actually wrong.
Yeah, you know what? And we should check in with that each intervening episode until the finale.
Greg was like, except for this one moment. I was like, yeah, and actually this other moment.
You wanted Eagly to die, and I thought Peacemaker wasn't in episode 6. So I was like, why do they still call it Peacemaker? And Halloween is a real band.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Thanks for that. And honestly, I'm so glad you guys are here for the music part because I was flying over my fucking head. I was like, oh, I don't know why. It's something as obvious as like Mick Jagger and the Beatles. I'm like, I should know that. That's just common knowledge.
Yeah.
It's flying.
But for me, I'm like in between you two. I'm like, oh, you know what? Totally missed that.
They said it very quickly to your defense, but I thought that was a great little hint. And also like the revolutionized rock Halloween, regardless of them being a band, certainly they did not revolutionize rock in our timeline. So I wonder what happened.
Right. Oh, we lost the light. We lost the light. The in terms of the last thing that I had a little thought on what they might potentially do a commentary about, we have in the Marvel universe, we have mutants, and mutants are often used as an allegory for, racism, people struggling for equal rights. The 2000s movies seem to do a lot with, particularly for gay people. And I'm wondering if they might actually do some type of commentary with that of like, what are meta-humans? And if because Rick Flag, he's being questioned specifically on that by Lex, and that could just be plot mechanics of reestablishing where they were before. But if in the canon of Rick Flag Sr. in the DC universe, he had a whole team up within the Creature Commandos where he worked with a bunch of like crazy meta-humans who were ostracized for just being the kind of meta-humans they were, and some of them were criminals, but he had a whole character arc journey with them.
And he was sleeping with one, right?
I don't remember if he slept
Wasn't
with
that
one.
in Creature Commandos? It's been a minute since I watched it, but wasn't he sleeping with?
He slept with a human. I don't remember if he slept with a.
No, wasn't it?
I really don't remember.
Really?
I remember loving the show, but I don't remember.
Comment Rick Flag's body count below.
Yeah.
Who was he? Okay.
He slept with the princess.
But didn't she ultimately end up not being the princess?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I wish I could fact check you guys on this.
But no, the
Did she turn into Clayface?
No, wasn't it? No, because she was a baddie in the end.
Okay.
Sorry, John.
You just got me hoping for a Clayface where there's an unlikely gay romance with Rick Flag Sr.
No, I watched it once and it did not stick with me the way that these shows do. But my bad.
I remember what happened with that character now. But but the point with that is, what surprised me is how little of acknowledgement there's been with that, and it makes sense why he would stand up for metahumans in the Superman movie, because of his association there, and to be specifically questioned with that in the episode with the racism reveal, it makes me wonder if there will be some type of correlation or metaphor shit that a smart writer would do. Smarter than me would ever do. So,
I think that's completely fair, especially because Nicholas Hoult or Lex is like, is he a meta? And when Rick's like, no, he's like, then who cares? So clearly, Lex is very clearly going after metas.
Honestly, that does seem like some kind of an inroad to Rick Flag Sr. being a degree of an asset on the other side, because he that scene in the themes of the episode does at least demonstrate that Lex, in his own way, is more suited to like a very prejudiced world, whereas Rick Flag Sr. has had some cause to open his mind up to certain things.
Yeah.
And everything he does is more understandable. Like Rick's son died. And it's about that and him.
And he made love to Clayface.
That must be how that might be how
I need to know what actually happened. You have to tell me.
That might be how the resolve comes to be, where Rick Sr. sees Rick Jr. in this really messed up society, because Rick Flag Sr., there's no way he's going to comply with how this world operates. And I'm kind of thinking that what might motivate Chris to come out of there is some conversation that he has with Rick Flag Sr., where something to the effect of, look, I could stay here too. My son is here, but this isn't right. What this world is, this isn't right by the, some shit like that. Something deep and smart.
It was interesting to hear Harcourt talk about the universe in that speech to him or beforehand, and she's like, he couldn't just like let the universe do its thing.
Right.
Remember you had to go seek out an entirely different universe and defy the laws of reality.
Yeah.
Some cool shit.
What happened
here.
with Clayface, Greg? What happened with the princess? Who was Clayface in the end? Who was Clayface in the beginning?
Clayface was pretending to be the Themyscira woman.
Oh.
And the professor lady.
Okay, yeah.
I've only seen each episode once,
Yeah,
but
me
it's
too. It's
slowly coming back to me at this moment as
Thank
you
you.
ask specific questions.
Should I grill you more and we can see how much you remember?
Yeah, I mean, the thing that helps me remember is because I have to work. I have to usually like look at the edit, and I have to work on the thumbnail. So that's why I can retain some of this information.
Fair.
But yeah, that wasn't it. Anyway, that's cool, and I think that this episode is a great start for the craziness to come. I could see how it is like a random new start in the middle of a season, and how it does feel very different compared to the 5 that came prior to it. And we saw no Judo Master, surprisingly.
No.
Oh, yeah.
You mentioned him, but no sight of him.
Yeah.
Or,
He's somewhere there.
Well, he's got to stay in hiding.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully Red comes back, you know?
Yes, sir. All right, ladies and gentlemen. What did you think about this episode, though? Did you like it, love it, hate it? Do you prefer Cold Stone Creamy? Creamy? Or frozen yogurt? I found a great churro place in Studio City.
Let's go.
Did Christian Harloff ever take you to Pizza Wagon, the Brooklyn Wagon?
I don't eat cheese.
Ugh.
I know.
Ugh.
Well,
you belong in this world.
Yeah.
I bet they don't eat cheese either.
That's not true. White people do
It's
very well with
very
cheese. Yeah.
We love American cheese. And a whole cheese of our very own.
But anyway, next to this pizza place, there's this random churro restaurant. It's like a churro restaurant.
And you don't have to get cheese. Is a whole restaurant dedicated to churros?
Churros and specific kind and waffles made out of churros.
I love churros. I love churros.
Oh my God, this place is delicious.
Okay.
Can't remember the name of it, but it is really good and it is located in Sherman Oaks, California. You guys should go check it out sometime. On that note, we'll see you next week.